Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. My name is Hannah, and in today's video we are talking about some of my favorite Amazon kitchen essentials, tried and true. So if this is something you are interested in watching, just keep on. I have not done an Amazon like video in quite some time, so I thought it would be really fun to showcase just my favorite kitchen essentials, all from Amazon. They all range in price from a little bit more of an investment to super affordable. These are not only aesthetically pleasing to the eye for a kitchen, but they're also incredibly functional, which I think is the best of both worlds. When I'm shopping for items on Amazon, especially for my kitchen, I want them to both exceed from an aesthetic standpoint as well as a functional standpoint. So I'm gonna just kind of go through my list of items here. I'm going to list the price, and I'm also going to do B-rolls of each item. That way you guys can see how I have them showcased in my home, giving you guys some ideas for your own spaces. Now, everything will be linked down below in the description box. Those are affiliate links, so if you do wish to purchase through them, I thank you for your support. And if you are not here to shop and are just here to watch, I also appreciate you guys being here and supporting my channel. But without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so the very first item on this kind of list of essentials from Amazon are my glass canisters. Now, these live on my kitchen counters, and they have both my flour and my sugar in them. These are just a really great go-to. They're there, easy access for when I am baking. I do bake fresh bread every single week, so these come in handy. Now, one thing I love about these is they are simple, yet they have so much going on with the really beautiful wood tops and the marble detailing as the handle of how you actually access what is inside the canister. So these have a really great shape to them. They're very aesthetically pleasing to the eye. They can be used for a variety of different things. Now, these come in two different sizes. You have the 7-inch round and the 9-inch round. The 7-inch round is currently on Amazon for $49, and then the 9-inch round is priced at $41. For whatever reason, one of them is on sale, but do keep that in mind too as we are going throughout this video. Amazon prices do fluctuate. Some things do go up and some things do go down based on popularity. So I just want to give that disclaimer as we get further into this video. But my glass canisters are definitely an essential item to add to your kitchen space. All right, so the next item are decanters, and I do have two of them, which I'm going to discuss. I enjoy switching out my decanters every now and then based on how I style my kitchen. So one of them is a little bit on the smaller size, a little bit of a different shape, whereas the second one, which we'll speak on, is a little bit larger. So the first one is currently priced at $15.99 on Amazon. And I liked it because it's a little bit smaller, so it can be in a smaller tray if I need be. It's a little bit more delicate. It does have the nice tip-proof top there, so it's not gonna be leaking all over. And I think it just adds a little bit more of a delicacy, a little bit more of a feminine touch. Now, the second option, which unfortunately is sold out right now, I did link a alternative website that carries the same exact product that is in stock. This second one is priced at $35. This one definitely has a bigger feel. It has a different feel altogether with the wood detailing on the top. You obviously have to remove that top in order to pour it. So it's just a little bit different altogether. But like I mentioned, I do enjoy swapping things out every now and then. And these are two of my absolute favorite decanters. So that is the next item on our list. All right, so this next item is a more rather new purchase for me. This is by the company Bloomingville. This is an all glass serving board. I really loved the look of this when I saw it. I love the glass, and it has this kind of twine detailing on the end of it. So if you wanted to hang it, you could. I personally am going to be using it for more of a serving purpose. I love hosting, I love entertaining, and one thing my mom always taught me is presentation is everything. So I have it for that, but I also kind of want to mess with a juxtaposition look, having this maybe layered with my rustic cutting boards and having kind of a, again, just juxtaposition where you're having two very different materials and hopefully it becoming a really beautiful look. And this guy is currently priced at $41.99 online. And again, this was a really fun purchase from the company Bloomingville on Amazon. All right, I was 35 years old when I found out about the butter bell. I was one that was raised having my butter in the refrigerator. I always thought it was weird when I would go to my friends' houses and their butter would just be chilling on their countertops. It was just totally foreign to me. But fast forward to today, when I am baking bread on a weekly basis, cold butter on bread just does not work. So I found out about the butter bell, which has been around forever. Now, the point of this item is that you will actually put a little bit of water at the base of your bell, and then you put the butter in the top of it, and that water actually keeps your butter spreadable. That is what it's for. So it's not technically warm, but by it having be submerged in water, it keeps it soft so that way you can spread it easily on whatever item you choose. So this has been an absolute game changer in my home. We use this frequently just because I am making bread so much. So this has been a huge addition to my space. Now it is currently on Amazon for $29.85. I love the look of this. There's a ton out there to choose from. This particular seller does have different stones to choose from. I think they have brown. I think they have a gray option as well, but I went for the marble just because it's clean and aesthetic. One thing I do want to state as a disclaimer, if you are not familiar with a butter bell, you do need to change it frequently. So I will actually change that water out once a week. And then once we go through the butter, which has about a month shelf life, I will do different butter within that, because if you let it go, it will get moldy. Just as a disclaimer, nobody kind of told me about that. So definitely be on top of making sure that butter stays nice and fresh, but that is the next item on our list. The next item is a woven trivet. Now, unfortunately, it is sold out on Amazon, but I was able to link it on Amber Interiors. It is in stock there, priced at $16. Now, having an all-white kitchen, I do my absolute best to try to bring in things that give it interest. You know, sometimes having all white can read a little stale, and so I think by bringing in different textures, different materials and colors, it really gives the kitchen life. Now, I do want to state that I know a lot of people hate on all white kitchens. I wish I could have designed my kitchen a little bit differently, but on the flip side of that, all white is great because everything goes with it. It is such a great base. It's such a great just point to start, and then you can add and take away whatever you want in order to give it a really fun curated look. So the next item is the woven trivet from Amber Interiors. Next item, I've not had anybody talk about this. This is also a recent purchase for me. I remember when I was little, my mom had a pot holder on our ceiling and had all of our pots and pans hanging from it. That was like the look back then. It was like very farmhouse style. And I remember when she had all the pots hanging, she had a thing of garlic, like preserved dried garlic hanging. And I thought it was such a cool look. Well, I got onto Amazon to see if I could find something similar, and I did. One thing cool about these garlic, like these preserved garlic, is they are actually faux. So you are not going to get the scent of actual garlic. They're just made to look like dried preserved garlic on a thing of twine. And I currently have these styled hanging on my cutting board. You guys will see in the B-rolls. I think this is such a fun look. I'm sure it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but I love bringing different things to my space, and I think this just adds this kind of like nostalgic feeling for me. I guess because I think of like my old home and my mom, and I just think it is such a cool addition to my space. And I also really love the fact that it doesn't smell. Now, these guys come in a set of 2, so you will get 2 of these on Amazon, priced at $21.50. So I currently have one, obviously again hanging on my cutting boards, and then I also styled some within my pantry space. So that is the next item, which is artificial dried garlic. Now, the most expensive item on this haul are my brass pepper mills, and oh my gosh, you guys, I love these. I know a lot of people have them for a good reason. They are just so interesting. They add so much character to any space. The warmth that they add is just really great, especially if you have an all-white kitchen like myself. Now, I have 2 of them. I have the 8-inch and I have the 10-inch. Again, these are gonna be a little bit of an investment, as the 8-inch is currently priced at $76 and the 10-inch is priced at $145. I know. But one thing great about these pepper mills, one and done. You buy it one time, you really don't need to replace it ever. So is it a upfront expensive cost? Yes, but the long haul, you are going to have this for many years down the road. And one thing I really love about these pepper mills, which I have spoken about, they patina. They will age and have this really great look, age over time. And personally, I really love how my pepper mills look now versus when they did when I first bought them. So you will see in the listing how they show they're super shiny when you first get them, and then over time they age, they patina, and they just add, again, so much character. So I have the 8-inch and the 10-inch. You do not need 2 if you don't need them. One would be just fine, but I love the height that they bring to my space and the visual interest. So that is the next item. All right, so the next item on our Amazon essential kitchen list are tea towels. Now, I have a pack of 4 tea towels. These are a floral print, priced at $24.97. They come in yellow and they come in a gray. Now, I think tea towels are a great way to kind of reflect the season. This is something that I switch out periodically. Not only do they get thrashed just over time, but I also love my towels in my kitchen to reflect really what is happening on the outside. So I will lean more towards a fall, darker tones for winter and fall seasons. And then I will also bring in more of a floral, lighter pattern towards our spring and summer months. So this is definitely something that I switch out. Is it essential? Is it something that you need to do? Absolutely not. That is just something that I do. So again, these are some really beautiful floral tea towels on Amazon, priced at $24.97. All right, so piggybacking off of our all glass serving tray, I found these beautiful marble stacking bowls. Now you can use these for two different reasons. One, for measuring cups. So if you are baking or cooking, these are a measuring bowl. They come in their, standard sizes. Or you can use these as a way for serving. So if you are hosting or if you're having people over, these would be great for like little olives or nuts or whatever type of finger food you want to have on display. They just have a really nice and clean look to them, which I really love. So these come in a set of 4, priced at $31, and they are solid marble. And I just, again, love the look of these. So that is the next. All right, so you made it to the last 2 items of this Amazon kitchen essential. And although this isn't a kitchen item, this is something that I actually use within my kitchen, and that is scent. We're gonna be talking about my 2 very favorite scents when it comes to diffusing in my home. They are 2 very different scents. So if you are on the market for trying something different, I would love for you guys to let me know down below if you've tried these, if you love them as much as I do. But scent is super important, and I have my diffuser in my kitchen. I have it going honestly almost 8 hours a day because I just love having a really nice smelling home. So the first scent is by the company Aromatech. This is the scent Love Affair, which I know some of my OGs that have been with me for a while know this scent. This is the Baccarat Rouge 540 dupe, if you will. This definitely has the scent of this expensive perfume. I'm reading directly from the Amazon listing. This is inspired by Baccarat Rouge 540. The keynotes are jasmine, sapphire, and ambergris. Mood is heady, radiant, and rich. So for a 2 ounce, right now it is currently priced at $62 a bottle. But one thing I do want you guys to keep in mind with essential oils, a little goes a very long way. These bottles will last me for months. You really only need a few drops depending on the size of your diffuser, but Love Affair is definitely that Baccarat Rouge. If you know that scent, it's intoxicating to me, and I just absolutely love it. So Love Affair is the first essential oil. Now let me pull up the second one, which is Sweetest Taboo by Hotel Collection. Sweetest Taboo is inspired by the Aria Hotel in Las Vegas. This hotel is one of my absolute favorite hotels to stay at, and when you walk in the doors of the Aria, it has a very distinctive scent. Now, the Hotel Collection is a brand that basically has all of these scents inspired by different hotels across the US. So again, this one is inspired by the Aria. If you know the scent, you know. The top note is lemon cream. The mid note is red pomegranates, raspberry. And then the base note is white woods and peonies. And Sweetest Taboo is priced at $54 for a 1.7 ounce bottle. These listings do have multiple ounces, so if you want something a little bit bigger or smaller, you can choose accordingly. Now, when I think of Sweetest Taboo, it's funny reading these notes because I don't smell anything but the white woods smell. It's very vanilla-y to me. It's very like it's a very vanilla, musky scent. It's very, the only word I can describe is intoxicating. It's just very yummy. And if you love that like woodsy, musky vanilla, if you're a vanilla person, this is what it smells like. It's honestly one of my absolute favorites. A little goes a long way. A few drops and your home will be smelling fantastic. Again, I wanted to share some of my favorite Amazon kitchen essentials, and I think scent is one of the most important aspects to our kitchen and to our spaces. So that's the last item on our list. All right, you guys, and that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this Amazon kitchen essentials. Let me know down below in the comments if you have these items, if you can speak to them, and let people know you love them as well. If you have tried the scents or any of these items showcased in today's video. And also let me know if you guys enjoy stuff like this. Obviously, I'm not a shopping account, but if you enjoy seeing this stuff and you guys enjoy watching these type of videos, I would love to know your feedback. But until the next video, I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you guys soon. Peace.